So, Goran, welcome to the Santa Lucia Preserve. We are guests of Luxury Rally Club, and kudos to them for this incredible event. I honestly believe this is going to be the event of Car Week moving forward, so kudos to LRC. But let's talk about what you brought here today, all the way from Croatia. Tell us about the Daydream R.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me here. I also believe this is going to be the event, it's I can see it from the beginning. Well, this is my tribute to the most iconic sports car of all time. Many have done it, and most of them have been done in a backdate way. And I decided to take the car from the 90s, and instead of backdating the car, I decided to do exactly the opposite. And I was studying this car from today's perspective when it comes to performance, technology, and design, and basically made this car as an update, trying to do my interpretation of what I think maybe if they were built on the old platform with a short wheelbase, what the new Porsches would look today if we kept the old chassis and old body.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can't hide the fact that everybody reinterprets the 911, which creates this very extreme set of ideas of what it should or should not look like. I'm going to express an opinion. You've got the dimensions and the details really perfect. I mean, truly, right?
Thank you.
Now, tell us some of the things that make yours, let's say, a little bit different than some of the other resto mods in 911 world that have been created.
Well, you know, it looks like a short question, but it's a very long answer because it's so complex. It's so complex, and I don't even know where to start. But I think that one of the things that makes this car different, and one thing that I would like to say, is the blend of the retro and the modern. So it's really a combination, and we like to call it a modern classic. Also, one thing that people can notice right away is that the front is a lot wider and kind of gives it a lot of this aggressiveness that maybe the original model did not have. The initial reason for this was that these cars were built in a way where, you know, they had this stance with very wide rear track and very narrow front track, and we know of their oversteer issues and all of that. So my idea was to increase the front track. Looking at the new Porsches, the 991s, especially the 992s, actually their front track is wider than the rear track. So I decided to use the turbo holes and increase the front track. And now you can see this on looking at the width of the front fenders. And this is something that people usually instantly see. Another thing that actually catches eye is these vents. And there's an interesting story about these vents. When we were designing the car, when I was designing the car, I initially had the idea of doing a hybrid car, and I knew there's going to be something underneath the bonnet, the front bonnet. Knowing about that and thinking that that probably will be some sort of a battery which is going to be heating up, I figured we need to find a way to add proper cooling. That's right. The first car we built was not a hybrid because obviously that car, which was supposed to be here tonight, by the way, but it's running late and hopefully it's going to be here tomorrow. That car actually does have the battery, but the first one is an air-cooled car with a regular engine in the back. But after we did the design and we did the renders, everybody liked the design so much that I decided to keep this feature on all of our cars. And another thing that I'd like to mention is, you know, how well, I'm having an interview right now, so you need to try to sit here next to me. This is my son, Theodore, Teddy.
Hi, Theodore.
And he is the reason for the name of the brand, Tedson.
So. Are you proud of your dad? Isn't that beautiful?
Thank you.
Where should I put the water?
Well, I can hold your water for now if you want. Okay.
You were saying the other feature.
Well, you know, when you look at the backdate companies, they were actually taking the cars from the 90s, and they actually had a reference point back to past times where these cars existed. I'm taking the cars from the 90s to the modern times, to the contemporary times, and you cannot do that without paying respect to current Porsche philosophy. So you can see on my cars that, you know, I did the front lights to resemble the new generation lights with these 4 LEDs, and we can try to turn this on a little bit so you can see how the car comes alive, you know, with these day running lights and everything. So, you know, I tried to be respectful of Porsche does, and we also included the mirrors, which are basically 992 GTS mirrors. So bringing the car into contemporary phase, I actually try to find ways how we can use some of the current Porsche philosophy with the design and also with parts.
Well, I can tell you, I actually am a huge fan of the lights. There's a roundness, there's a quality to them that is very special. This I really like, and I can see this new old philosophy mixing. So you took on something very daring, right? It's
Yes.
like going in with the sharks. You're going in 911 world.
The hardest and the most daring thing on this car was actually deciding, and I think I'm the first one in the world who did this, was to redo the lights. Because think of any other Porsche, they all kept the lights as they are. So on this car, when I designed the car, having those 964 lights, because the car was initially designed on a 964, the lights just they did not work. They were too upright, they were too small, and I figured I need to do something. So I decided to cut this fender under a slant, about 15 degrees, and that actually gave me a bigger ellipse. It changed the geometry, and it also gave me better aerodynamics. And then when I looked at the car with slanted fenders, I said, this is how this car needs to look. But now this got me into trouble because I had to design my own headlights. And we make these headlights ourselves with Hella internals, but we make them out of 13 different individual pieces. And the cool thing is that we can actually customize every single piece. So you can say, oh, I want the inner bezel to be this color or this material or that material. So there's nothing we cannot do, and we can customize every single piece.
Look, I'm sure we could talk about this literally for days, but we just love to highlight the entrepreneurs behind the companies because it's hard to build a car, so kudos to you. And I know it's going to be all over Car Week and all the pictures. It's beautiful, it's original, well done, truly.
Thank you so much, Alessandro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good luck in Car Week.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thanks.